want to take a little bit of time to introduce one more grandparent who is with us today, Mr. Buzz Oates, who has come down from Sacramento. And Buzz, if you want to join me and Greg Farrington, your son-in-law, we're going to sit up over here. I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. It's always good to have a snapshot into the life of a Biola grandparent, as we did earlier today, both through a prayer and through an interview. And also, Buzz, if you want to join me right over here on the couch, unless you want to play the guitar, come on over. We're going to sit right over here. Right next to Reverend Greg Farrington. And Buzz is just a dear brother in Christ, had just a great sense of business skill and acumen over the years, and started a business a number of years ago that's grown and just has poured his life in so many ways into so many different people. And I think it was just last week I heard that Buzz Oates was named Humanitarian of the Year for the city of Sacramento. So congratulations, Buzz, on that distinguished honor. Yeah. So we have a lot of students here today that are like 18, 19, 20. I'm sure you remember well those years, what you were doing then. Maybe you could give a little insight on what was going on in your life when you were their age. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah. Is it working?
Yeah, we're good. We're good. You're live. Yeah. Good. And they love you here. Yeah.
Oh, what was I just?
There you go.
Thank you.
Got some big fans here, Buzz.
I'm fortunate to have a grandson here, in Trevor, and we're just thrilled to death about the school. Yeah. And we've gone through a tour on it, and God has placed this school here for a purpose. Yeah. And I realize that all of us here are set here for a purpose. Mm-hmm. And the older you get, the more, I'm 87 years old, so the older you get, the more you really realize you're here for a purpose. And what was? Yeah, I get on the subject.
No, hey, that was a free. Heed that advice, students. That's a good word.
18 and 19, I worked for McClellan Air Force Base, and then I went in the service when I was 19, and I went in. I enlisted in the cadets when I was 18, but I went in the service when I was 19, and. In fact, I used to come down here and swim in Long Beach when I went to Santa Ana.
Did you surf?
And that was a classification area where we went, and they allocated what you were going to be by tests. And so they chose me to be a bombardier in the Air Corps. And to give you a little background on it, I became a bombardier in B-29s and went to India and China, and then flew 32 missions out of the Tinians, out of the Marianas, the island of Tinian we were based on. And we bombed Tokyo and all the various countries, and burned Tokyo up and a lot of the major cities in
How about when you came back from the war, you started your business?
Yeah, when I got out of the service, prior to that, I worked a little bit for my uncle in a gunsmith and locksmith shop. And then when I got out of the service, I came back to Sacramento and opened up a little key shop. And that's the miracle of my life, is I was in this little key shop, and my pastor of the church, he came to me and said, I go down and prayed at the church prior to opening the store. And he came to me and he says, Buzz, you're thinking of going to Bible school, I understand. And I said, yeah, I'm thinking about it. He says, Buzz, we need Christian businessmen. And I've realized in my life that that was the wisest thing he could have said. And I really think that the Lord gave him those words to say, because it's lived with me now for roughly 60 years. So it's a wonderful thing to know that the Lord does use pastors and other people to give direction at times. And I've experienced in my life a fantastic time with the Lord. And you're going to ask me a couple questions. If I could say a couple of things now, but
Well, I got one more question for you. I got a lot of more questions. I'm going to ask you just one more question, and this will be helpful because you've got a room full of students here who are going into many different careers and vocations, feeling called by God. And I appreciate what you said, that your ministry was business, and you impacted many, many lives through the way in which God used you in your business. Give a little bit of advice to this generation of students today that you think would be good for them to hear. Let's make that a final comment for you to help some of these students with some advice that you think would be good for them at this stage in their life. Buzz.
Okay. Well, first of all, you've got to start the direction on something you have passion for. If you have passion for something, then that could be the Lord speaking to you to go that direction in your life. And it should be tested. So I think a businessman has to have passion for his business. I think a pastor has to have passion for the church and for God's work. Yeah. I don't say that the kids don't have passion for being a businessman for the Lord's work. Because I think God has put us all here for a purpose. And we're not by accident here. Yeah. God had a plan for each of our lives. And I've experienced the plan that he had for my life. I've seen it come to fruition in the last few years, in my 80s, to be very frank. Yeah.
Buzzo's 87 years old, still living for Jesus after all these years, and you're a great testimony to these students about living the long haul for Christ, and I know you've inspired us this morning. You've inspired the students, and I want to thank you, Buzz, for being here. God bless you. Let's give it up one more time for Buzzo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
We hope you enjoyed this message. Biola University offers a variety of biblically centered degree programs, ranging from business to ministry to the arts and sciences. Learn more at biola.edu.